in this video, we're going to be discussing how do we set up and solve equations. So before this, we've had equations that were given to us. Now we're going to set them up and then solve them. First, let's write down a couple words that mean certain operations that arise in a lot of our word problems. So first of all, for addition, we have give, bought, sum. For subtraction, common words are taken, lost, difference. For equals, we're going to have is, equivalent. For division, we're going to have split, cut in half. And for multiplication, we're going to have double and product. So the next two equations examples that we're going to do are just examples that arise a lot, especially like on PSAT and ACT, and we want to go over how to do them. So the first example is saying that 2x plus 7 is, so again, one of our key words that means equals, 30 less than 55. So this means subtract from. So remember, you're subtracting from this. Okay, so 2x plus 7 is 30 less. So we're subtracting 30 from 55. You do have to flip those numbers around. And so now we're going to go ahead and subtract 55 and 30. And we're going to get 25. And then we're going to do our inverse operations here in order to solve for x. So remember, I am multiplying this by 2 and adding 7. So the first thing that needs to go is the 7. So we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. And so I'm going to have that 2x is equal to 18. And then we're going to get rid of the multiplying by 2 by dividing by 2 on both sides. And so we have x is equal to 9. Again, we can plug this back in and check. Is 9 times 2? Well, 9 times 2 is 18 plus 7. That's going to give us 25. And 25 is 30 less than 55. So it works. Okay, now here we have that k is equal to 2x plus 3. And 5x minus 3 equals k. What's the value of x? This k here is just telling us that these two expressions equal the same thing. So if they equal the same thing, then they equal each other. We can set them equal to each other. And then we can go ahead and solve for x. So first we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. And so we're going to have that 3 is equal to, so 5x minus 2x is 3x minus 3. We can add 3 to both sides. And so we have that 6 is equal to 3x and divide both sides by 3. So x is going to equal 2. And again, we can plug this back in. And also, if we plug this back in, notice that we will find the value of k. That's not what the question's asking us for, but we can. So 2 times 2 would be 4, plus 3 is going to be 7. And 5 times 2 is going to be 10, minus 3 is also going to be 7. So they both, when I plug in my x, they're both going to give me an output of 7. And eventually this is where we would be going with this in the future. So I hope that you found this video helpful and insightful on how to set up an equation and solve for x.